So they're not going to give you top dollar for your house.
Yeah, so like I said, that guy offered 330 grand. So
Good morning. Got a new package. Got some mail. Put my phone here. Chick-fil-A. Water. So let's go ahead and get started. All right. So good morning. Today is Tuesday, December 10th. It is 10:30 a.m. Woke up today. I really woke up early today, like 6:30, and stayed in bed till about 8. Got to the gym 8:30, and I'm just getting back. It's now 10:30. What do we have planned today? So yesterday was pretty productive. There was only 2 items left that I didn't get to complete, and that was listing one of my properties for rent and getting my brokerage license qualification stuff sorted out. Y'all gonna have to excuse the audio. My mic is dead right now, so I'm gonna start charging it while we're talking today. But for today, we have a couple of different things to do today, all kind of like administrative, so it's really a lot more desk work today. So I'm not going to be out in the field or anything like that. There's going to be a couple of conversations, a couple of just admin stuff that need to be done. Nothing specific that I need to go over. The main thing I need to get done today is the HAP agreement that HAP agreement from the Lancaster property we were talking about yesterday. I need to get that one situated. I need to get a gift from my client that's closing on Friday and order the signs. Y'all know I like to do the signs for all my closings, so I need to get that sorted out. I plan on following up with clients that just recently got pre-approved, just to make sure things are moving along. And then I need to start working on content. I need to get some content out there. I haven't posted on Instagram in a while. And it's just, I just have a lot of stuff going on. Not like that, but like I have a lot of thoughts in my head on everything I want to do, and it's all stuck up here. And it's like I need to put it on paper and I need to execute it instead of just keeping it up here. So, I have a lot of plans that I want to do. I just need to go ahead and execute it. But that's pretty much all for today. It's really just all administrative. I do have a call with Tradition Homes at around 11 o'clock, which is in like 30 minutes. I'm going to try and see if I can negotiate another $50,000 to $100,000 for my client. I don't know how possible that is, but I'm going to try and see what I can do. But yeah, a lot of today is going to be desk work. I'm also going to be doing a lot of background checks for some of these tenants who are applying for our properties, just to make sure that we're doing our due diligence to make sure everything's okay. So yeah, a lot of desk work. Don't expect much action today, but it's just, working at the desk. But yeah, I'm about to eat this food, drink some water, drink my protein. Oh, we did work out today. Oh, and I'm going to do the devotional too. We did work out today. So today's workout was push days. Yeah, so my Apple Watch died earlier today during the workout, so I wasn't able to record the amount of calories that I burned, but we had a push day today. So my first workout, I did a superset of dumbbell incline bench press, and I supersetted that with handle band tricep extension. I did 4 sets of 10 reps. Did that make sense? I think so. No, 3 reps. No, 3 sets. 3 sets. Yeah, 3 sets. All right. So basically, all right, look, just look. Y'all see it, right? So 3 sets of 10 reps at 75 pounds for the bench press, or dumbbell bench press, and then handle band tricep extensions. And then I went over to my next exercise. I did the cable one arm side extension. So these types of motions. And then I did the crossover fly, just getting my chest work. And then I did another superset of dumbbell shoulder press. And then I did another tricep extension as well too. And then I did my incline back extension. And then I did the bike for about 10 minutes. And then I did jump rope for about 5 minutes. So Very chest and tricep heavy day today. That's what all your push exercises are. They mainly focus on the tricep and on your chest. And then I did some cardio at the end just to make sure I'm burning calories. But based on this app, it's saying that I burned 738 calories. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and do our daily devotion, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start working. All right, so we're back to the same book. So today's devotion for December 10th, power that disrupts. The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. Matthew 20:28. What does it take to disrupt the good work of a church? Just one power-hungry person. One of my college friends, a pastor, wrote to me about a disruption in his church. People had come to faith in Christ, and membership had quadrupled. Wrote to me about disruption in his church. People had come to faith in Christ, and membership quadrupled. The members were active in serving the church and community. But then one man in a leadership position began to envy the pastor's influence. He felt he deserved more power, so he began to tear down the pastor. He wanted power and recognition. He caused such an uproar that my friend finally had to resign. When it comes to serving Christ, we have no right to seek power. We have no calling for prestige. We have no reason to look for self-aggrandizement and recognition. Our task is to serve quietly in the background, keeping in mind that Jesus, our example, did not come to be served, but to serve. Are you a pastor, a teacher, a deacon, a missionary, or a church member? If you look for power, you may get it, but it will become power that disrupts the good work of God's people. Okay, that's pretty cool. So basically, don't get too caught up in the position that you're in. If you look for power, basically the way I kind of looked at it is, you have to do God's work for God's work, not for your own personal gain or self-gain. That's the way I see it. So if you have a leadership position or whatever you're doing, don't get too high in the clouds thinking that you're above everybody, because at the end of the day, you're doing this for God. You're not doing it for yourself. So I think that's what I got from that. But let me know what y'all got from it in the comments. But yeah, that's for today's devotional. We did get a package from Amazon. I honestly don't know what it is. We can unbox it together. What is this? Oh, it's not from Amazon. Bro, these are my favorite protein bars. I didn't even know this was coming in. These are my favorite protein bars. Wait, is it open? It already came open. How many is supposed to be in there? 12? Let me count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Oh, they gave me more. 14? Oh, shit. Okay. I'll take it. But yeah, as far as protein bars, these are the best protein bars you can ever get. Like, this wasn't even supposed to be like an ad or anything like that or whatever. I'll put the link down in the description, but these chocolate ones, if you like chocolate, this is a go-to. So as far as nutritional facts, each one is 200 calories. I know it's kind of a lot. Total fat is 7 grams. Total carbohydrates is 20 grams, and protein is 20 grams. So it's a pretty balanced protein bar, but it tastes really good. It's very chewy, not chewy, but very doughy. It doesn't really taste like a protein bar. So that's how I like all mine. But yeah, get y'all one of these. It's Bear Bells protein bars. I've tried a lot on the market, everywhere from Power Crunch to, what's the other ones? Quest, terrible. I've tried, what else have I tried? I've tried the Built bars. Those are not bad. I like those too. But my favorite are the Bear Bells, right here. So that's how they look. I forgot how much they were, but when I put it down in the description, y'all can look at it and see how much it is. But yeah, get y'all one of these. Yeah, let's get to work.
We've been in the post-pandemic housing market recession as long as we were in the pandemic boom, 2.5 years. As we look into 2025, The question everyone is asking is, do we have a new era starting? Does the housing market start to get back to normal? There's only a couple more weeks in the year, so I'm looking toward 2025 now. What can the data tell us about the signals for growth or weakness? Data is still trending higher than last year, too. Home prices nationally are falling. So
All right, so y'all are gonna hate me so much for this, but when I was when I received the call from the salesperson to start negotiating, I did not have my device recording at the time, so I was trying to record and get my camera set up while also making sure that call doesn't end. So I got everything situated. I wanted to record just to give y'all a little bit of insight into what negotiation was like. And I hate that I found this in slow mo, but this voice recording hopefully is going to give you some insight into how I went about my negotiations. So when we first initially negotiated, we were able to negotiate some money off of the lot premium because we contracted on an oversized lot, which usually costs a lot more. So we're able to negotiate half of that cost off. We also negotiated some money towards design center because they're going to be building their home from scratch. And then we also negotiated some money for closing costs as well, too. They can choose whatever lender that they want. Now, one of the things that we stumbled across whenever we were starting to negotiate the exterior, we noticed that we are already eating up most of our budget. So what I did was I leveraged the size and the location of the house to say, hey, we are the biggest house on the block. And we are already eating up into most of our budget for design. Can we get some more money? Now, one thing I would like to add as a pro tip, whenever you're going to negotiate with builders, it's always important to understand what comes standard with this community before you start negotiation, because had we had known that they're going to charge for every single thing, we probably would have negotiated a lot more up front. Now, trying to negotiate once things have already been, penciled down and, black and white already, it's a little bit harder because things have already been negotiated. The builder doesn't have to do anything at this point. So them even just opening their ears to us is a great thing. Even though we're spending a lot of money with them, it's a two-way street. We have to work together towards, a solution. That's the way I see it. And she was very receptive towards me negotiating back with her as well, too. And she understood where we were coming from, especially being that we haven't even gone inside the home and we've already spent most of the money that we had budgeted. This is David. I am currently in the process of submitting my items for my real estate broker's license. I have all the docs needed and ready to go. As far as payment, how do I make that payment?
If you look toward the bottom, there should be additional activities and make a payment.
Okay, I see it. Okay, perfect. I did not know that. All right, cool. I will do that now.
Sounds good. Any other questions before you get going?
Well, I guess just to confirm, I'm emailing over these following documents to documents@trek.texas.gov. I'm submitting the qualifying experience report for broker's license, the transaction identification list, the transcript, license history, and application for a broker license by individual.
You don't need the application portion, the online thing you filled out.
So you want to pay her, or how are you trying to do it?
Because I think these contracts have a period, right? Is it supposed to be like so? If it has a period of time, then I think we signed it in July. Then probably, I think June, July. I think it was in June before we actually came to Dallas.
Yeah.
So if we signed it in June, then it should be elapsing about the end of this month.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, you can. So yeah, one thing you can do is look at the contract to see when it expires, and then that's when you'll know. When y'all's professional relationship ends. Now, one thing you can also do, you can also terminate the listing agreement as well too. And then you don't have to pay the agent either as well too. But there's typically a protection period on the listing agreement that covers them for a certain amount of period. I don't know what that number is on your contract, but it essentially protects them or protects the agent in any transactions that happen outside. Like once you've ended the agreement, and let's say next month you go under contract with an investor, she has leverage to say, oh no, the reason why you were able to go under contract because I marketed this property and I'm the one that helped you get an investor. I'm still entitled to that commission.
Okay, so what if the contract period elapses?
Yeah, even then, still the protection period's still there.
Okay. Well, you see, I'm 330 grand. I wouldn't be able to get enough to pay for a down payment on a house. But then again, I would have enough if I'm only paying one agent.
Oh yeah, if you sell to an investor, they don't have an agent, so you would only do 3%. But you would have to let that agent know. I don't know how the contract was written. You can send to me and I can look at it too. But some people, let's say they were to find an investor, the agent would pocket the 6% because that's what they charge you initially. Because a lot of times, this is what was happening before. A lot of agents will go to sellers and say, hey seller, I'm going to sell your house at 6% commission, 3% to my side and 3% to the buyer's agent side. But let's say they were able to get a client without the use of a buyer. Let's say somebody reached out to them through Zillow. A lot of those agents will pocket the full 6% instead of giving you that 3% back. So yeah, so you need to check the listing agreement to see what they.
If I could get an investor to buy the house at the right price, because the only way I could survive it is if I sell it for what the current price is in the market, at 359. But I'm working based on how much the last investor offered.
Yeah, I mean, investors invest, and then that's one thing to also know too, that investors, they're looking for an opportunity. So am I going to be able to make money from this deal if I buy this property? So I'm an investor myself. If I'm going to your property, I'm looking, is this worth the risk? Am I going to flip this property? Am I going to rent this property out? And if I want to do it, how much am I going to rent it for? How much am I going to profit by these numbers? So a lot of them are going to go as low as possible, or try and go as low as possible. Some of them are reasonable. I don't know how the market is over there, but at least over here in Dallas, a lot of these investors are aggressive, so they're not going to give you top dollar for your house.
Yeah, so like I said, that guy offered 330 grand. So the good thing about the house is the fence is new, the roof is new, all the appliances are new, the heating system is new, the HVAC is new. The HVAC is, I think I changed it last December. And the HVAC is new. The water heater is new. I changed it last year as well.
Okay.
What else?
So you'd be looking at it from a probably buy and hold. You're probably gonna rent it out. How much are rents going for in that area?
The last we checked, it was close up. It was between 2,800 and 3,300.
Okay, you're selling for 330. It's it might be a little high. If I was an investor, it's kind of high. But if he's offering 330, that's probably around the ballpark that most investors are gonna offer.
The reason he was offering that much was because he looked at our light bills.
All right, guys. So the time now is 5 p.m. There's not really much to update. Actually, there is a lot to update, but not really worth, the video. A lot of it has been just taking care of the landlords and investors, and now I'm going to be following up with like previous clients. Right now, I have a Austin client who needs a place to rent. So I'm going to be referring that to one of our newest agents who just started in the Austin area. I think this would be perfect for her. Really just to get her feet wet and understand, how to guide a client throughout a process. Whether it's an apartment, whether it's a house, I'm not going to say it's the same thing, but the act is still the same. The attitude is still the same. So this will at least give her some practice. So that's that. For the Aubrey landlord client, tried verifying employment with the apartments, but the apartments have not been responding. I have their emails. I'm going to be sending an email to see if they can call me and get things situated. So that's done and out the way. For the Little Elm property that we have, we had the inspection scheduled for tomorrow. That has been pushed out to Friday because remember when I went out there yesterday, the gas was not on. So the water wasn't working, or the water wasn't hot enough. The what else wasn't? The burner wasn't working. And so when I spoke with the inspector today, he was like, yeah, if they're not doing that, or if that's not on, then there's no point in even doing an inspection. So the gas people are going to come over Friday morning, and so I'm hoping to get the inspection done that morning as well too, and get that out the way. So that's done. What else is there? We have the closing on Friday. I got the appraisal back. The home that they bought is $401,990. No, $401,000, basically $402,000 house, and it appraised at $430,000, which is amazing. So they're actually walking in with about $28,000 in equity, which is something to be excited about. And then last but definitely not least is the negotiation. So we're waiting to see back on what they say about the additional $50,000 toward the design budget. So my client has a little bit more money to play with. A lot of my justification was really just based off the size of the house. It is a massive house. It's on a massive lot, and we're going to be spending a lot of money with them, especially in this slow market. And that's the main thing I was painting to the sales consultant. So hopefully they come back with good news and they're able to bump it up. We're already at 30,000, and once I mentioned that, she was kind of understood, like, okay, yeah, they're already hitting that. And yeah, so we're supposed to have a call tomorrow going over like some more design stuff. So hopefully, I don't know if she'll have it by then, but close enough, we'll have something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, the Lancaster property. For the Lancaster property, right now I'm actually texting the agent now to see what we need to do to get them moved in ASAP. So there's a document that I'm needing, one last document to identify how much Section 8 is paying and how much the tenant is going to be paying. We don't have that, or I don't have that document, so that's what I'm requesting. They went to go work on that today. They're supposed to get it back tomorrow, and then she's going to scan it over to me. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the day. I'm going to keep working and following up with clients. I have some clients that have been looking at homes that probably reached out like a month ago, so I want to reach back out to them, make sure they're still interested, and make sure they're still thinking of me, and then get things going there. So I'm going to keep working at it, but that's it for today's video. Yeah, it was all like admin computer desk work today. Not really getting out the house, and some days are like this, like you're not really doing, especially when you're working with buyers. That's a lot of this type of stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. See y'all tomorrow.